Look at you, Tootsie rolling. Look, you look amazing.
Thank you. So do you, Mama.
Thank you.
I don't get to see you enough, and every time you're just like...
I do miss you.
Oh,
because
I
don't
miss
get
you so much too.
Well, I miss you a lot, and I miss you, but I miss that I don't get to like be around Monaco.
I know.
Because I only get to see Monaco on my Instagram feed.
I know.
This little one. I remember when you were pregnant, Jeannie, and like now.
That makes me almost cry.
I know, but like Monaco is turning 3 now. You got a 3-nager. How you dealing with? Look at this.
I legit like want to cry when I see that. It's
do.
crazy because it goes by so fast.
It does, Jeannie.
Oh my God.
But you enjoy every moment of it. Like literally.
I had no idea that I would love being a mom this much. And I think that's why I get tearful.
Because you didn't want a child before, and now you got
I went all the way to 40 years old and said, I'm good. I love spending money on myself.
Yes.
I love booking a room for one, and now I can't even imagine life without her.
It's so funny when you look at Monaco, because I know. I got pregnant with Jeffrey at 39, and I look at Jeffrey when he was little. I still do now, but I go, this is how much God loves me, the way I love my son.
Absolutely.
It's something about everything.
Yes, and you know, most of us didn't get the childhood that we wanted, and our parents did the best with what they could. But now I say that I do have the child I wanted because I am reliving it through Monaco.
Yeah.
And I'm redoing everything that should have been done through Monaco.
Absolutely. Yes. I did it with Jeffrey, girl. I said, because I used to get my whoopings, and I said, no, I'm going to talk to Jeffrey. We're going to talk. I'm going to do that.
We're going to do this gentle parenting.
Girl, I wish I'd have never started that daggone gentle parenting.
Oh, no, don't trust. Monaco still gets a little church pinch.
Yeah,
like she gets a little right under the arm, a little.
Yeah, you still got it.
Mommy, ow! And I'm like, it's gonna ow more if you don't stop it. I give her a little one every time. Yeah, like an acrylic nail will do the job.
It's just like it's always a little bit. It's always a little piece of fat that you got to show them. You got to grab that.
Exactly where it comes from. Yeah, and she knows too, because when I give her a look, she'll tell people now because she's talking. So she's like, Mommy's gonna put the nail, so just stop talking. And I'm like,
I love
Child Protective Services.
That's the next thing. You gotta teach them. Don't be telling all the family business, okay? It's so funny because watching Monaco, she just gives me such joy. And I saw she was in this bubble bath, okay? First of all, how did you get that many bubbles in the tub? How you get all those bubbles?
Listen, okay, when I grew up, I didn't have money. I got a little more money now. And so when we have bubble baths, we want to live that bubble bath dream.
My God.
Yes, you know, Mama Mai used to use like a bar of soap, and she used to run it out of the running water, and you'd have like 5 bubbles to play with and be gone by the time you got in. Monaco, though, when I get in that bubble bath, I get our actual power drill. I don't recommend this. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't do what I'm doing. Just let me do it.
Okay.
And I tie a whisk to it, and I just get that bubble bath going.
Look at you using all the soap.
And I use like almost a whole thing of soap in there, and I let my baby play because I want her to enjoy this childhood.
I love it.
To the fullest.
I'm with you because my mother used to use the last of the dish soap and put a bunch of water and shake it. The dish soap.
No, you were squeaky clean.
Girl, I was squeaky clean. Rashes all over my body from that daggone dish soap. But I know I enjoy seeing you and Monaco together.
Thank you.
You've been really, really open about, you know, fears and insecurities and moving forward as a single mom. So I just want to ask you, how you holding up, girl?
Yeah. Shout out to all the moms out there, especially the single moms.
Yeah.
Because it's never what you picture.
No.
You know what? And it's not, you know, you don't ideally think to have a child and have that whole responsibility to yourself. But I realize that the gift in being a single mom is that you learn how to trust yourself.
Absolutely.
You learn that you're good. You got it. You know instinctively what to do. You don't have to check with anybody else. You know exactly what your daughter needs in love. You know exactly how your children need to be seen and heard. And so I'm reparenting myself through Monaco, and I'm learning that I always had it.
Yes, and you
always
have to trust
had
yourself.
what I needed. Yes.
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 I think it also brings out, you know, being a single mom for me, like strengths that I never knew I had.
Yes.
Advocating for my son.
Intuition that was always there.
The intuition, taking on fear.
Yes.
Like I didn't used to do.
Yes.
So you learn so many things when you're by yourself. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you
so
so
doing
much.
really.
So are you,
Jeannie.
So
Thank
are
you, girl.
I'll be taking advice from you later.
Well, you know, it's one of the other things is, you know, being a single mom, because you hold your child's heart in your hands, is dating again. again.
Ugh.
And so dating again, I feel like, but you know what, I'm gonna say this, Jeannie, sometimes you gotta sit still because you gotta figure out who you are, what you like, all of that stuff. Have you had time to figure out who is Jeannie?
Girl, the streets scare me. I don't want, could we just bring back spending time by yourself, journaling?
Yes,
sitting
you
at
can do
home
that.
in your grandma panties and just not caring that
You
nobody
can do
gets to tell
all
you
of
what to
that.
do. Like, I love right now.
Yes.
Honestly, I think my whole life we've kind of, as women, have been prepared to like, how are you gonna talk to your new boyfriend? How are you gonna get that first kiss?
Right.
Who are you gonna marry? Who are you gonna date when you get divorced? How are you gonna get back out in these streets? I don't wanna be in the streets. The streets don't want me. I wanna be by myself.
Okay.
I am paid for. Fully.
Right.
I am under warranty. I
There
don't
you
have to.
go.
I can eat my own French fries at that table. I don't have to share with anybody. I can go to bed when I want to. I can sit there and scroll aimlessly as long as I need.
That's true.
And I love that. Like right now, I feel like my 20s and 30s were really spent doing all the research, figuring out life, trying to figure out what you want and who you are. But then my 40s and 50s, now I know exactly what not to do. And I know exactly what I needed to do.
Yes.
And right now I get to apply everything that I need.
And that is all right. And that's why you need to be by yourself for a while to enjoy you.
Yes.
To enjoy everything that you do and enjoy
And become
Monica.
all of me, because whoever it is, if there is somebody, is gonna really love what that woman's like.
The full person.
She is a piece of work, and she is coming for you, you know?
That's it.
And so that right there, regardless if I do end up with somebody or not, I'm so happy that I have me.
Well, I love that. Get to know you, enjoy you.
Yeah.
But sometimes, Jeannie, a little tingle happens there. The little tingle happens.
I know about the tingle, yes.
And so sometimes you can try to do a lot of things by yourself. Journaling ain't gonna get rid of the tingle.
Yeah, that's right. But
So
wait,
I'm just saying.
but Sherri, we didn't say that we can't have friends.
Okay.
We can have friends.
We can have friends. All right. They just gotta.
Do we all have friends?
We got friends.
All right then.
They just need to leave before the babies wake up. That's
Shit.
what I always say. I'm just saying. Now, I love this. I want to congratulate you on season 2 of America's Test Kitchen, The Next Generation.
So good.
Like, I love this because you're doing something that you love doing. You know, and you're a natural at this. Is what you, like. Your smile lights up the screen.
Thank you.
And so, tell us about season 2.
Yes. Well, I've always loved cooking, right? And it's one of those things that, like, I in my whole career, I've done so much fashion and red carpet and hosting, and when I started showing my cooking on Instagram, God just came around and was like, let me put some skills to this. Let me actually see you behind the kitchen. And so he said, well, you're not that good in the kitchen. Let's have you host the cooking show instead. And that's all right, because I get to host the most liberating, amazing show. America's Test Kitchen is the oldest institution for culinary cuisine, recipes, guidance. They know everything when it comes to every recipe that you've ever had in your kitchen. But they brought together 11 of the most talented home cooks.
Okay.
Okay, a home cook. So not culinarily trained, not coming from a professional league of cooking, but people who just know how to throw down in the kitchen.
They know what to add, a little bit of this, a little bit of yes.
Right? And so these 11 chefs came together and did such a unique spin on every single dish and every single obstacle that we threw them. So when you guys see this on Prime Video, it is so exciting to watch how you can spin so many dishes, because these people come from different backgrounds. They come with different amounts of money that they can spend on a dish. They come from different perspectives on a dish. And I learned how to turn out like even a turnip. I didn't know a turnip could be turned out in so many turned up ways.
Like, what did you learn anything from the, like,
oh my gosh,
tips? What?
Yes, beyond. Well, the first thing I think that I took home, the biggest thing, which isn't probably big to everybody else, but it is the quick pickle.
Oh, what's a quick pickle? I know what the quick pickle is. That's what I was telling you about.
All right, we're not talking about your friends now, are we? This is daytime, Sherri. Get your pickle out of here. The pickle I'm talking about has a little.
What's the quick pickle?
The quick pickle I'm talking about is, so when I think it's just part of my Asian background, I like to have a little acid in all of my food.
Okay.
I think you always need some type of a zing to break up the monotony of a dish. So a quick pickle is just taking any type of vegetable or any any element that
Okay.
you want to give like a sour twist to, and you add it with the sugar and the vinegar, and you do different techniques, whether you use a compressed or a vacuum sealer
Okay.
or any type of.
But let it sit.
But you don't have to let it sit that long to
Okay.
get that pickleized taste,
Ah.
so that you can throw it in your dish and get a quick pickle.
I like that.
The version I want, not
You
the
like
one Sherri wants.
Yeah, because my quick pickle, he got to leave before Jeffrey wake up. So we both talking about kind of the same thing, kind of a little different. And that's what I say. And it
want
don't
that
have to
pickle
sit
in
that
my
long.
kitchen.
It ain't got to stay that long. That's just
don't
like
want-
what you said.